Hello, my energy lovers. I wanted to get on here and just do a blog talk real quick about energy because I know that I released a lot of stuff a couple of weeks ago about my hypothesis on that everybody is born an empathic telepath. Just a lot of people just don't realize. But I have not been able to follow up with it like I really want to. And just when I wanted to release more information, get to really getting that scientific information in there, a lot of stuff happened in my life and I haven't been able to really complete the video that I really want to complete just yet. I was like, isn't that the universe, So let me get on here and just blog real quick, and I'm gonna try to keep it short. I'm gonna blog for just a few minutes about energy, why I feel everybody is born an empath and telepath, going off of my personal experiences and my dealings with energy. So, okay, let's get into it. If anybody's paid close attention, anybody knows me personally, know my story about how I came to be with this gift or magical powers or whatever like that. It was my ex who knew hypnosis, who tried to basically get out me. If you know the movie Get Out or like that, that's basically what I went through with that experience with him. From there, right after that, I was suicidal. I was very depressed. There was a lot of things that was messing with my head, For one, when the event happened, I heard snapping. I heard a voice in my head. I seen a silhouette of him staring at me, things like that, That only happened for one day. But when I didn't realize is that it busted open my third eye, and I had a lot of other stuff that happened that kind of led the way for all this magical experience that I've been experiencing since. When I left there, and also just to throw out there, when it happened, I was a mental health caseworker for the state. So you wasn't going to tell me that I was perfectly fine for one moment, and then I had a singular schizophrenic moment the next, and I'm just supposed to get over it. I'm okay. I mean, I know that I went to school for this, but I'm just going now that I experienced something, I'm just going to get over it and just go on or whatever like that. No, that wasn't going to happen to me. I first of all, moved to a new city to get away from him or whatever like that, and I just kind of was doing observations and research and doing my personal research of what happened, because there was a lot of things that was happening to me that I didn't understand. For one, I got kicked out when I moved. I just had to move and live with somebody because he was stalking me, taking my money and everything like that. So the girl that I was living with, I got kicked out of her house because I accidentally read her mind. It was a crazy experience, Yeah, because I responded to a couple of questions that she had inside her head. And I didn't even realize that I was responding to something that she didn't actually say. I just felt the vibration and stuff like that. And I just went ahead and said it and put it out there. And it scared the freak out of her. She left her house. She did not return. She was gone for 3 days. Third day, she called me and she was like, I don't know what you got going on with this third eye shit, but you need to leave my house right now because that was weird. She let me know that she realized it was some weird, mystical, magical shit that happened, and she needed me to get the fuck up out of her house right there and then. And so, I had to move, I started going through experiences like that, just on and off, and I wasn't able to control it at first, and I had a lot of questions and stuff, and I realized that, through the midst of me trying to figure out what was going on, I realized that my thoughts would change when I'm next to somebody. It was weird that I was picking up energy or just weird feeling from the person that I was next to, because, I was wondering, like, okay, how did that happen in the first place? Obviously I did read her mind, but what happened? Because I didn't even realize, I was just answering. I felt a vibe, and I honestly, I know I didn't even hear anything, but I felt as if I did. I just responded. Like, what the hell happened? So, okay. One thing I noticed, I first started noticing, what I did come out with one of my research articles before, is that I pick up energy off of people that I'm next to. And when I'm next to them, sometimes my thoughts will change. And it took me a minute to realize what was going on when my thoughts was changing, because I'll be happy one moment and then all of a sudden I start thinking really sad thoughts or whatever like that. And I realize that the person next to me is really upset or whatever like that, And I got me really thinking about my thoughts. Well, if my thoughts change when another person comes into the room or whatever like that, like, what is really going on? So are these really their thoughts, or are they my thoughts? And if anybody's looked at the video, I'm quite sure you guys have already thought about this already and started listening to your thoughts and stuff like that, just like I did, right? So um in the midst of it, it was kind of hard because it's like, okay, I'm happy for a minute, I'm just sad, I can't really understand what was going on or whatever like that, and I started thinking, okay, well, if I'm picking up their thoughts, like, wouldn't it come through as if I am listening to them? Why didn't it sound like that in the first place? And when I started thinking in that concept, I actually started getting thoughts of other people as if it was them talking to me. And that was really weird because I was like, okay, how the heck did that really switch like that, But instead of me thinking that I was going crazy, I started, trying to put together observations that I was going through and what I experienced around other people, and I started experiencing things like I'll be driving down the road and then I'll feel this really strong feeling to drive faster or move out the way. Sometimes I would even hear if they don't move out my way right now, and then I look behind me and there's somebody racing trying to get me to move because I'm in the fast lane. I love driving in the fast lane, but they're trying to drive faster than me, things of that nature. I noticed that when I'm in restaurants, it's hard sometimes because it feels like I can't control my thoughts, or energy is just being pulled from all around me, and my mind would start ping-ponging all around, just ping, 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 and it took me a minute to realize that I was picking up receptions of other people around me, their thoughts and stuff like that, So of course I had to research, figured out that yes, it was true that I was picking up energy from other people. I don't know, maybe it's because of what he did to me, it made me more aware. And I say I don't know, but actually I have realized that, just looking at observations of other people, when you become more aware of things, it does heighten your gift. Now, here's the tricky part about it. There are, I've gone through this experience realizing that other people's thoughts have affected me. My thoughts have effect on other people because I started, going the opposite way. Like, okay, if they have an effect on me, let me see if I have an effect on them. And just thinking, okay, like, are you happy today? Or you feel really happy, don't you? And then all of a sudden that person starts feeling happy and starts saying happier thoughts and stuff like that, And at first I thought it was like some weird, mystical, magical thing. And I thought about it. Okay, but we come across healers all the time, tarot card readers, people with psychic abilities, and they really do have psychic abilities, but no one really understands like what's going on. And so I think like the pieces I put together kind of explains what's going on, because I'm looking at it from a scientific point of view, because remember, I was a social case health worker for the state, mental health caseworker for the state. I studied people who had schizophrenic moments. I didn't know what it was like to go through it. And then now I'm going through experiences of what I went through with him that only lasted that one day, but then different moments when my mind is just ping-ponging back and forth. I'm getting kicked out because people are saying that I'm reading their mind. I'm going through all kind of crazy stuff or whatever. So I had to look at it from more of a scientific point of view. I know about synchronicity. I know that I've already taught about the frequencies that radiate from us. I know about synchronicity. Synchronicity is more based off of energy. When energies connect with each other, they come in contact with each other and they combine. And I really believe that when that happens, that is when we are sharing telekinetic energy with each other. Now, whether you realize it or not, we are still doing this. We are all doing this. We're sharing energy back and forth with each other. It's just the ones that are aware, that realizes, they pick up on the energy. And I swear to God, guys, the only difference between, having the ability and not is you realizing that you do, because your mind does exactly what you tell it. Once you realize that there is more out there, there's energy, there's frequencies, all kind of stuff, you will start to act accordingly and you will activate your gift. I know I've talked a long ass time right now, but this is a blog. I think TikTok only does 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it right here, and I'm going to put together more stuff. But I hope that I've made sense, that this isn't just okay, wow, I'm going through some kind of great experience. This is real, guys. This is real scientific proof, and I've already put enough together mentally to prove that this is real, but I already know there's a lot more beyond what I already know. And I know that there are people out there who's already put together other research that I didn't realize before, that other people have already solved a lot of it. So I'm going to be researching more of that. So you guys stay tuned with everything, and we'll all see what this goes. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments so I can research it and let you know, or maybe I already know the answer, but let's keep this thing going, okay?